women's Royal Rumble match, maybe not as star-studded as the men's, but certainly has the possibility of being just as exciting. You got these seven faces that you see on your screen right here, but 23 more superstars. Before we break down who our picks are, let's look at a couple of women who are in the news this week for some contract reasons. And the first one is the former Knockouts champion, Jordan Grace. Sean Rossap and Fightful reporting today that she has officially signed a multi-year deal with the WWE. Now, Andy, WWE has not confirmed this because I would assume she's a surprise in the Royal Rumble match. But like this is inevitable, right, man? She was on NXT a couple of times, even before it was the final year of her contract. We see this new partnership with WWE and TNA and a shared talent on NXT and TNA programming and WWE PLEs. So big caveat in there, which is going to come into play as we talk through these matches. But if this is true, which I think we can all pretty much say that it is, Jordan Grace is a huge get for WWE.
Oh, absolutely. And I think we've seen, out of everybody that was in TNA that, the when she first showed up, obviously a couple years before they did Mickie James, and that was a big deal. But you can tell that WWE has high hopes for Jordan Grace.
Yes.
So much so that I don't think she's even in NXT. I think she goes right to the main roster.
Me too.
I think she comes right in the main roster. And I think the best comparison I can give is she's going to be the women's version of Braun Breaker this year. Of just come in and wreck house, and instantly you can tell, yep, she's going to be a world champion within the next 3 years. Like, she's going to come in and just wreck house. I think one of those, either the United States, which Jordan Grace versus Chelsea Green would be amazing. Please give me that. But I think she's either going to win the US or IC title within the year, and then I think she's going right on to win the world title probably within the next 2 years. I think the ceiling is so high for her, and I think she's going to have such a great career in WWE. I'm looking forward to it.
I echo everything that you said. I might even speed up some of those timelines a little bit because I think she is. I equate her. You equated her to Braun Breaker. I'm going to equate her to AJ Styles. And how quickly he came in and was doing some incredible things on the main roster. I guarantee you he was not supposed to be world champion the first year that he came in. That wasn't supposed to be his first championship, but guess what? It was. And he held it for over a year. Not saying Jordan Grace is going to do that. But what I'm saying is like people aren't going to realize how good she is until she gets in the ring with a Charlotte, or she gets in the ring with a Liv Morgan who she can throw around, or she bodies up with Rhea Ripley and they go 30 minutes, or she's tagging with Bianca Belair or something crazy. You know what I mean? Like the possibilities are endless. People don't know how good she is. They about to find out real quick. Another lady that we thought would be a surprise in the Royal Rumble. Lots of rumors this week surrounding the contract status of Alexa Bliss. Now, rumor and innuendo would have you to believe that Alexa was supposed to return 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, and because she wanted a new contract and WWE didn't want to give it to her, the sides have come to an impasse, and she is not returning anytime soon. I tend to chalk that up to rumor and innuendo. I'm not going to rule her out as a surprise for the Rumble, just because I'm not saying that they can't get a deal done. I just think it could all be BS, Andy, honestly, just to try to get people away from the scent. And then when she pops up, it's a big surprise.
Yeah. I mean, I think honestly, I can see it both ways. I can see that absolutely being true where they're having contract problems and she wants more money. They're not going to give it to her. So she's going to sit it out. Then if that's what she wants to do, all power to her. That's her priority as a superstar. She can do whatever she wants. I can also see it as maybe that was the case like a month ago or so, and now they've worked out a deal, and now she can show up at the Rumble. But I'm not shocked if she shows up. I'm not shocked if she doesn't show up. That's kind of the seat I'm sitting in right now.
completely agree, man. Like, she's not hurting for money. She's married to Ryan Cabrera. And for those
Yeah.
of you who are watching or listening and don't know who Ryan Cabrera is, just look him up. Um, she has a daughter, so it wouldn't be like she's going back on the road full time and
Yeah.
not be able to be a mom and those kind of things. So she's not hurting for money, she's not hurting for time, and she's not going to AEW. Like, that would be so out of the box. She loves to wrestle and she loves to entertain, but I don't think that would be the place for her. So I'm like you. I love Alexa Bliss. If she shows up, awesome. If she doesn't show up, okay, cool. We got 30 other women that are going to rock the house, including the already announced return of the Queen, Charlotte Flair, coming back in the Royal Rumble. And Andy, we'll tell you right now, I think she needs to be number one. I think she comes out first.
Yeah, I think she comes out early. I can see her coming out at 1 and running the gauntlet. However, if she does come out at 1 and win it, then that's like 3 years in a row that the person that's come out at number 1 has won the Women's Rumble or like made it all the way to the end. But yeah, I think it's smart. I think it's smart to, because I've always been a believer of save the surprises. Like, don't announce the surprises beforehand, because that's the fun of the Rumble.
Yep.
When it comes to Charlotte, though, that's very different.
Yep.
And I feel like that's the same with like Cena. Like, this is Cena's retirement tour. Obviously, that he's going to announce that he's going to be at the Rumble. And so I think that's the way. I think, knowing Triple H, I think he announced Charlotte because he's got a bigger card up his sleeve for the Rumble. And so I'm very excited to see what that potentially could be.
Yeah, I know. I completely agree with you. The reason that I think Charlotte should come out at 1, number one, I think she runs the gauntlet. I think she goes to the final 4. She's one of the, final 4 in the standing, and then somebody eliminates her, whatever. I don't think she wins, but I think the way that they have done those vignettes and the way she has sort of teased things makes me feel like we're getting an updated version of Charlotte. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's like what Emma or Carmella was supposed to be, and like they're trying, you know what I mean? Like more of a pompous queen than, more of a pompous, elegant queen than what we've gotten in the past. So all that to say, if she has some sort of new presentation, we got to have time for that.
Give it time.
So we got to have her come out at 1. Let everybody soak it in, that kind of thing. Enjoy the fact that she's back. And then whoever comes out number 2, eliminate her in like 5 seconds. And then let's really like shock the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know you'd be off.
I completely agree.
Yeah. All right. Before we make our prediction for the match, let's go through some surprises. You said Triple H has an ace up his sleeve. Give me a surprise or two that you think are a real good possibility for this match.
So I'll give 3.
Okay.
One's an injury return. One's somebody who's been gone for a while, and then one's somebody who's not even in the company. I think Jade Cargill comes back.
Let's see. I have all those things down too. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I think Jade Cargill is in this thing for sure.
Okay.
I think she comes back in. I would love it. I don't know if they could do it, but I know you talked about eliminating somebody instantly. Could you imagine Charlotte comes out at 1, Jade comes out at 2, and we just have them stand in the ring for 10 minutes and just soak in the crowd, just freaking out at the two of them just being face to face, because that would be amazing to see that. I think the return, who's been gone for a while, I don't know if this is going to happen. I could absolutely see this not happening at all, but I think Becky might show up. I think Becky Lynch is a real good possibility to be a surprise in this. And then I say her every year, and I'm going to keep saying her until she shows up, but AJ Lee better be in this Rumble. I really hope that she is in this Rumble this year.
Listen, if there was ever a year to do it, this is the year to do it. Calling out AJ Lee for sure. All right. My injury that has been gone for a while that comes back is Carmella. I think Mella could easily return here. I don't know exactly where she fits into the, into the, what am I trying to say here? Into the picture of the women's division, but I think Carmella could return. My lock surprise is Becky Lynch. Like it happens.
It happens.
It 100% happens. I don't want Charlotte to be 1 and Becky to be 2, although the place would go just bananas.
Oh my gosh.
If that happens.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't necessarily want that to happen, but I think Becky is a lock here. And then my person who is not in the company, who makes her return to the company, was shown on Raw a couple weeks ago, Nikki Bella. I think Nikki Bella makes her return. I think that would be super cool. Probably get some NXT flavor here, maybe a Roxanne Perez, maybe a Cora Jade, Julia, just who knows? Probably some TNA flavor. We didn't really mention any of them. And I say that because we are both in an agreement that Jordynne Grace is entering this. We don't even need to say that because her contract is up and entering this thing. Having said that, who's your pick to win it?
This, I don't know. I still don't I still am not 100% sure.
I'm that way with the men's rumble. So I'm with you.
I have 2 options that I think could win.
Okay.
And they're both, in hindsight, I'm not huge fans of, but I'm also very excited for the match that they could lead to. I think Charlotte Flair is always an obvious choice to win.
Yep.
And you can run back Charlotte Rhea again at WrestleMania. But the match that has never happened, that we have not had happen yet, that I would love to see happen, and it deserves to be at WrestleMania, is Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair.
Amen.
I think Bianca wins the Rumble this year. Again, I think she'd be the first 2-time Women's Rumble winner.
Right. Charlotte would be as well.
Yeah, so that would be like a massive thing that she can put, another thing that she can put as she has done this. Yep. And then we had to WrestleMania Rhea versus Bianca, because that would be just beautiful. I think that would be an amazing match to see.
I've been clamoring for that match for a long time. So I'm just hoping that we get it. We'll see. Here's my pick. You ready? And I've been locked on this one for a long time. Jordynne Grace wins the Royal Rumble. I think she comes in and she wins the Rumble and demolishes Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania.
Wow.
Absolutely just ragdolls her. I'm talking Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss style. Like ragdolls Tiffany Stratton, Jordynne Grace wins the Women's Championship at WrestleMania this year.
Whew. I like it. I'm a fan of it. I'm not necessarily a fan of Tiffany getting ragdolled and squashed, but I like it. I think it's a great way to go. And if you made me pick where she comes out right now, I think Jordynne Grace is number 30. I think she comes out number 30. The sirens hit because they've seen the reaction she got the first time when she was a surprise. I think it was a lot bigger than what they probably expected it to be. I could see her definitely coming out like number 30 or late 20s and just cleans house.
Yep. I agree. That's why I think she's going to win it.